When we look at dress codes and this idea of what is professional, we have to look at kind of who's making those rules and where they're coming from. And a lot of those rules come from Eurocentric white areas. So what's the point of a dress code? The point of the dress code is conformity and to put forth a specific image. But what is that image and where does that image come from? And if we take it all the way back, typically this image of professional and dress codes all originates back to Britain and the United Kingdom and colonization. And this idea of conformity around you need to be successful like our country, and so therefore you must fit our expectations. And that has to do with a lot of white colonizing non-white communities of color and saying you are only successful if you dress like us. So when we put that to schools and jobs, we're saying you can only be successful when you dress like a white person.
I want everybody to close their fucking eyes right now. Let's imagine a scenario. You and a friend of yours are trying to apply at a hospital to be the top doctor in the hospital. Very lucrative job, lots of money, lots of opportunities to help people and do all these doctor things people like to do. And you go in and you get the interview. Both you and your friend get the interview, and there's nothing different. You can pick whatever skin color you want to feel important, but you and your friend both get the interview that would get you the job if it goes well. And your friend shows up in a suit, tailored, looks nice, looks fancy, looks suave, looks like they about to get some pussy afterwards, and you show up half naked with your nipples out. Could you imagine anyone looking at you and giving you that job? No, well, you don't say. What could possibly be the reason for that? You came in half naked with your nipples out? I wonder why you couldn't get that job at that lucrative business so that you can make a lot of money. Let's imagine something else. You want to go to school, right? You have these opportunities to learn and get an education, but the school you're applying to has a uniform policy, and you get that uniform and you show up and all the other kids' shirts tucked in, pants ironed, hemmed, shoelaces tied. You come in with mismatched socks, a hoodie, a ripped shirt, and there's a paint stain on your pants. Do you think the school is gonna fly with that? No, they're gonna give you detention, fine, whatever it is schools like to do to punish students who don't follow the rules that they have for their uniform policy. I'm sorry, but why are we bringing people of color into this? Take your failure, random green-haired individual, and do something about that. Don't lump me in. Don't lump my beautiful blackness into your problems. I know if I'm going to apply for any job, whether if it's to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a stripper, I'm going to make sure I'm dressed the best so that whoever is in charge could see me and see that I'm dressed for success. When I applied for my first real job, you know what I did? I bought a suit, cost me a lot of money, and I walked in there, and you know what one of the supervisors told me? Nobody had ever walked in there for an interview with a suit on, and I knew at that moment I got that job, and I damn sure got some good money. I don't see how dressing for success is now a problem just because a bunch of people want to walk around and think that if you come in the room with a cum stain, you should get every single opportunity as everyone who didn't do that and decided to make sure they looked a little bit decent. And I'm not even saying you got to walk around with a suit on. You could at least have an iron polo, some good khakis, something. You can't walk into really any job. I'm pretty sure there's some that are a little bit lenient. You could come in and dress however you want as long as it's presentable. And even still, you gotta dress in case you gotta interact with people, interact with customers. You can't walk around like you about to rob the store or you're some meth addict who lives behind it. You gotta dress a certain way when it comes to a job. Strippers gotta make sure they boobs all nice and perky, they ass fat. Male strippers gotta make sure that bulge is seen. You can't convince people that, oh, this thing of white supremacy is all rooted in making sure that you all conform. No. People want their money. People want an opportunity to their form of success. And for a lot of people, they got to dress a certain way. Waiters got to be in suits. Could you imagine getting your food from this fancy restaurant and it's some dude with a cum stain on his lip walking up to you? No, he got to wash his face. Could you imagine somebody with bad hair coming up to you for a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, and digging into your mouth while dandruff is falling out? No, they got to wash their hair. Could you imagine going to the doctor and the doctor walks in with his nuts hanging out. No, he got to put on some type of pants. Please stop allowing people, and this is really the meat of what I want to talk about. Stop allowing these people to bring people of color into this and talk down upon you as if you can't do it because you got to do something else. We all know this. We know that you got to look a certain way to make it happen. You got to look presentable in order to get a job, to see you as a professional. That resume could get you a long way depending on the job. It could get you in the door, but people are going to see you. You are representing yourself. You would want people to know that you are this bad motherfucker. You walk in, you stylish, you style and you profile, or you got a nice fancy dress or a nice fancy suit that women wear. I don't know what women wear to put on clothes. I don't do that. But guess what? You want to look presentable. You want to look your best. It's not conforming. It's you trying to make sure that your image is perfected, because it would be a damn shame if you get looked at as a bum when you're trying to make this job happen. It would be a shame if somebody looked at you and said you look a little bit homeless, all because you want to believe that looking professional is conforming to white supremacy. Cut the bullshit. Stop allowing these people to give their failures to you and make it the thing of, hey, I failed because I didn't look the part, and how dare they sit there and demonize me all because I have a blood-soaked stain on my neck that I couldn't wash, or I have food stains all over my shirt, or I have pictures of big titties and big nipples all over my body. I'm just trying to get a job, and how dare they say I have to look professional. Tough shit. It's their company. It's their job. It's their rules. Deal with it. Y'all deal with it in any other aspect. You can deal with it when it's something you want, but they're not going to give it to you because you're not following their rules. I wonder why. So, to end this video, don't bother listening to these types of people. They're failures and they want you to fail with them. Instead, do your best to protect your image. You are your own individuals. Do it your best way so that you can get that job, you can get that opportunity, you can make your dream a reality. You can do whatever it is you set your mind to. If you look your best and you do everything crisp, clean, and by the book and in your own way, I guarantee you'll get a lot of success. It's not conforming. It's not bending over backwards for the white man. It's you knowing that you got to look your best to get an opportunity to be your best. Subscribe to the channel. I'm sick of all these dumb fucks. Be successful, every single one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.